Is everything okay out there? Huh? If anybody comes onto the property, otherwise, don't be barking, okay? Just keep an eye out on things, all right? Thank you, baby girl. Okay, somebody's back on. Hello. Hi, GA from CA. Hi, Cunning Stunt. Thank you both for welcoming me back. Kind of weird. All of a sudden, I got notifications that I had disconnected from my streams. And I'm like, no, I didn't. And then, then everything went, the whole power thing went out. And then I couldn't log back on. So I think I might have had a little attack there, and a by somebody that knows what they're doing. So we will keep that in mind. Just Joan, thank you, sissy. What's up, Mater? I'm still gonna go ahead with what we were talking about. Try to get back. Let's see, where was I? And this kind of stuff happened back then too. Must be over the target. Cunning stunt. Cunning, are you and GA going to be able to come on tomorrow night or Thursday night, one of the two, for weekly report of what's going on? Bring Summer up if you can. Okay. Is Summer here? I'll go ahead and play this first cut, and if Summer's in here, I'll bring her up, because yeah, she's got we had a really great talk, and I don't think Telly or CKM had any idea of any of this had actually happened. The Pledge of Allegiance, the videos from Jason Downey, a Louisville live streamer. He's already had some confrontations, people surrounding him and claiming he's with the quote-unquote black movement. We'll have reports all throughout the day. Again, it is the Angry Viking right there in black. And what we understand, they are prepared to march to downtown Louisville, to City Hall. And they are not going to be anywhere near Churchill Downs, where the Black Lives Matter, where NFAC and the major protest, and then those protecting the protesters, are going to be. Again, it's early in the day. You can kind of feel the tension through the video, and we'll be back with reports as the day unfolds. Thus far, things are peaceful. Let's hope they stay that way. It's the American Doofus Show. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. We'll be back later on in the day with more reports. Don't be a doofus. Hopefully we're not looking at a whole bunch of doofuses. Okay, that was my first report of the morning back then. And
on most vacations, you take a trip.
Hold on. That was my first report of the morning. Let me hop over here. Is Summer absolutely tomorrow or Thursday? Definitely tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow work for you? Summer's here. All right. Does tomorrow work for you? Cunning? Let me drop this in here for Summer. Got it. There you go. Yes, okay. All right. Tomorrow night we're going to have Cunning Stunt and GA from CA on here, catching us up on everything that's been going on with the 1776. In the meantime, oh, wait a minute. Let's do it this way. No, let's do it this way. There we go. Bring back some memories. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I don't know why. It shows you got full network connection. All right. No. I can read your lips, but I can't hear you. Okay, you're going to hop out. Let me pop you out and bring you back in. I heard that Angry Viking has a micro pee-pee. Okay, just as I am kind of in the middle. Hello? No. I don't know what's wrong. It's not on my end. Yeah, Summer was boots on the ground. Hello? Okay. All right, something's going wrong. And it might be they jacked with my thing so I can't have guests. I sure hope not. But just to give you a little bit of kind of just like I'm kind of in the I've tried to stay in the middle of all of this 1776 in opposition. I was in the middle of the Angry Viking and his crew and NFAC. And for those that don't know, that's the Not Farging Around Coalition, led by a guy named Grandmaster Jay, for those that don't know. And let's try it one more time. I see you saying one more time, but I cannot. I don't know what the deal is. Here, let me try. There, see if you can. I just muted you and unmuted you to see if it's not working. I don't know what the deal is. You're not coming through at all. I pulled. I don't know. I'm sorry. Love you. I'm going to be talking about you. Yeah, poo-poo. Those robots from before, Katrina. Yeah, we'll have to have a conversation about that. And I was planning to. I hate that. Who jacked with your thing? I don't know. Oomph. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the part 2 of that. Okay, Summer's going to be on her live later showing video as well. Okay, now this is, okay. Warning, the video footage here is not, this was one of the members of this group. This is one of their feeds. So the video, these aren't 502. These aren't the live streamers from Louisville doing this.
If you have a weapon, get on the sidewalk!
This is the so-called Patriots March. It's the American Doofus Show, part 2 from Louisville. Still early in the day. They are marching to downtown. Co-opting the chant of whose streets are streets. Now the good news thus far is that they are going to City Hall, whereas all the BLM, the NFAC are going to be out by Churchill Downs. There's a considerable distance between the two. Dang, I wish I could get Summer up here.
Some very incendiary speeches at the rally. Basically claiming that anybody that wasn't exactly like them was a piece of trash and needs to be removed from the United States. It was very, very troubling, very incendiary, and the hope is that these two groups, we've already seen Antifa, or we've already seen the Not Fucking Around Coalition. We've already seen them twice in formation, and this is the first time we've seen a white militia supposedly in formation. They are in groups. They are in what they're calling firefighter groups. They're in groups of, and again, I'm trying to keep up with this cameraman. I'm not sure who it is. It's not one of my normal feeds. And the guy's not really good. The guy's not really very good.
Yeah, the guy actually is horrible. But you get the idea. They were marching from location Cox, C-O-X, Cox Park in Louisville. And they were heading downtown expecting to find Grandmaster Jay and the NFAC and a large contingency of Black Lives Matter protesters. And as you heard in there, hopefully, all of those people were at Churchill Downs protesting the fact that they were having the Kentucky Derby while there had been no justice for Breonna Taylor. Here's a little bit of number 3. I'm not going to play much of this because it's just me giving a narrative. But
hello, everybody. It's the American Doofus Show. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. Don't be a doofus. It is September 5th, the day we've been counting down to. And this is a report. I've been doing live streams of live streamers in Louisville to date. It is, I'm going to be doing another live at 4, just to let everyone know. And I have no control. I'm connected to some Louisville live streamers, and then there are some streamers from out of town. There are some streamers associated with various media outlets. So I just wanted you to know going forward, I don't have control of what is shown on those streams. I do have control over what stream I show on my stream. And I'm trying to be balanced and show what's going on both sides, on the sides of the so-called Patriots and the side of the so-called protesters.
so see, I've been doing this for a while. I'm doing the exact same now that I was doing then. So, and that is just a little receipts, if you will, on my end of it for those that wonder why we covered this. Hey, oh, hold on just a second. Let me pop you up here. Hey, okay, I can hear you.
What's YouTube? Like YouTube has like 1 billion plus platforms, so there are lots of glitches. I think. I don't think there was any reason why you couldn't hear Summer earlier, other than it's YouTube, even though you're streaming from somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm streaming off of the platform known as Restream. I use Restream, and I use StreamYard, and I use Zoom.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah, I can hear you.
Those kind of pictures and those kind of events are the kind of things that made me decide I wanted to be a farmer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I understand that.
People go out and they have the rights. It's always something. Like I remember, hands up, don't shoot. I decided to be a farmer. The George Floyd riots. They're talking about hands up, don't shoot.
Yeah.
And I watched grocery stores to be burnt down and stuff, and I'm like, holy cow! Like somebody's got to do something. And I was like, okay, I can become a farmer, and I can teach my grandchildren how to grow their own food. And if I grow enough food, I can give other people food, and I can give people jobs, and something good can come out of the things that I witnessed that made me want to be a farmer.
Yeah. All right.
It was
All right.
deep.
Thank
So
you for hopping up here.
yeah,
I
I
love you
love you.
too.
I just wanted to stop by. I wanted to like
Appreciate
test
it.
the Restream. I don't know why Summer couldn't speak, but
Yeah, she's back here. She's backstage
awesome,
now. I'm going to see if
awesome. I love
I'll
you.
see if I can get her.
Later.
All right.
Peace out.
Sparky Madness. Now let's see if we can get her up here.
Fuck 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Fuck 12. What's
Who's
up, everybody?
Whose streets?
Our streets, Breeway,
Yeah.
or hit the motherfucking freeway.
Breeway. Actually, oh my gosh, I can't remember the dude's name. What was the song? Bow to Brianna.
Bow, yes.
Yes.
Yep, bow to Brianna.
Bow to Brianna.
And I want people to understand, like, mine and Barry's relationship came long before, you know what I mean? I met everybody here. And this is why I love Barry, because Barry came, I mean, you all see how crazy it was. And listen, I know people are going to be like, oh, you know, you guys were tearing up your city. We did not. That is not what we did.
That's why I kept showing it, because people kept saying it. And it's like, okay, you know, I was there. Here it is. It didn't happen.
Well, and if people look into the history of Louisville, Kentucky, okay, the police department started a mentor program for little kids that wanted to be police officers and stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, they got busted because they were molesting and raping a bunch of the kids.
Yeah.
We have women and nurses and just regular women that have been stopped by cops and raped by them. We have Black and brown people on a weekly basis being shot dead for no reason. And, you know, I know people have heard all kinds of crazy things because, I mean, I'm very close with Brianna's family. I was there the night that the police came and killed her. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like what everybody thinks. You know what I mean? Like, and then all these people, and this is, okay, so like my little rant I've been on the last couple of days, right, is just like, everybody talks about freedom. I hear a lot of people throwing around freedom fighters and freedom this and we the people, but that didn't include us. They came to our city to terrorize us. They came to our city and watched parking lots and all kinds of crazy stuff and had issues with us. And we weren't doing nothing but saying, hey, like, if y'all are about freedom, then stand with us, because these cops are killing killing people for no reason. There's a child they said this kid stole a phone from a store or whatever. And comes to find out it wasn't even the kid, but they shot and killed that kid, 17 bullets in his body. Like, this is not a joke. And so when we talk about freedom and people are leaving us out, then we're not fighting for freedom. Because freedom means for everybody. That means for your children, my children, all of us. And until we get on that level, ain't nobody doing shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. No, hey. I'm gonna play this next let me see. Okay, no, I'm gonna go to part 5 here. All right. Can you see that, Summer?
I can.
All right, let me expand it. All right. We got the dump trucks down here. The police prepared for what was about to happen.
And before you start the video, Barry, I just want to say something. Okay, so you all have to understand, in the morning time, which Barry already showed, that people were down at the waterfront. There was only about 50, 60 people of our protesters that were down there. That we didn't understand. They had blocked everything off. They basically trapped all of us in. They didn't put any kind of barricades up for, like, when Angry Viking and all his people were coming up. They didn't do any of that. But they put barricades for us. And, like, we didn't do anything. You know what I mean? And the whole time this goes down, while you guys are watching this, understand that the police are 2 blocks away sitting in friggin' lawn chairs. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's the American Doofus Show. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. And don't be a doofus. What we're going to be watching is video from Antonio T. Wave Taylor. It gives you a different perspective of what happened this afternoon. Gives you an idea how easy things could have gotten out of control. And it gives a thought in your brain that maybe people wanted this to get out of control.
Yep.
I've said it before, the elite want us fighting each other so that we don't pay attention to what they're doing. And I think this video might give you an exact example of that. This is going to be an extended video. Again, it's from Antonio T. Wave Taylor. You can find him on Facebook and watch his entire video, and I recommend you do so.
Hey, y'all don't do nothing silly, y'all. Because they outnumbering us right now. Y'all see us thousands. So we can't do nothing silly. We outnumbered.
We're giving them information.
I'm just one
They're
of these
on the
young
way
people,
to be here.
to not do nothing silly.
So
They
people
got the
just
numbers, you know. Ain't nothing that can be done about that.
because there's nothing we could do.
You can tell that there are maybe 50 people on your side,
How
and
you doing,
we've already
Fred?
shown in previous
Good. Be safe,
videos
all right?
there are
It's a
thousands
lot of
coming
numbers, over
towards you.
1,000. Right? So we gonna be outnumbered. I'm just letting you know. Don't do nothing silly because we can't match their numbers or their arm. They are heavily
Now, mind
armed.
you, we're trying to tell our people to stay calm.
There
Don't
weren't
react.
quite 1,000 of them, but
Do what? Hold on.
We're
Go ahead, Summer.
we're telling our people to stay calm. There's nothing we can do. We are outnumbered. They are laced, booted, and suited with big guns and everything. Thousands. We're trying to keep our people calm because, again, we ain't want no trouble.
Exactly.
when you're so heavily outnumbered, how many doesn't matter.
Ain't no police presence whatsoever. None. And they just gonna leave all these people vulnerable. That's what they gonna do. Because we can't match their arms or force. Right.
What you see is us in the media line right here. Right, all right.
Please share this feed. Please share. I know this, I just went off a minute ago. Please share this feed. The militia is on their way.
And
mind you,
there is no
right here. Go ahead, Summer. You first.
mind you, all this is going on. So me and a bunch of other people are on the outskirts. We're trying to stop all these people from coming in. We're begging them, please do not go up here. Please do not do this. They're like, you guys are burning your city down. We haven't burnt anything down. Please don't do this. And they didn't give a fudge. They came through anyway.
And what you see here, this is the line of people that are prepared to stand in front of this militia that's coming.
As you see,
right
there
here.
are a line of counter protesters right here.
Yeah.
There's a line of counter protesters right here, but
And look, I mean, that's the counter protesters.
We're in shorts and stuff.
You know, I mean, they got guts, they got conviction, they're standing for the right thing.
And I just want to say something, as you see in the chat. You don't have to align with me on how I feel about Breonna Taylor. The difference is I was there and a lot of other people weren't. So it doesn't really, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but just because of what you hear and see on the internet, it was 874 days until we finally got some convictions. And in February, we will be going to court and we will show how the police and so many other people slandered this whole situation. So you don't have to agree because I was there. So.
Yeah, and I don't expect.
And not just a protest.
I
was there the night they killed her. My phone 911 call is played. I testified in the grand jury.
Facts.
Sorry.
No, nothing to be sorry about. I'm doing this to kind of give everybody a perspective because we've been calling this, it's patriots and counter protesters, and it was what we've watched this summer has been nothing compared to what happened in 2020. And I also want to say there were places that property was burnt. There were places that were heavily looted and destroyed. Louisville wasn't one of them.
Now there will those that are going to say
police down here.
they're going to say now you want the police when you don't want the well. The idea is it's not anti-police; it's anti-police brutality.
I'm gonna go down here and ask.
This is very interesting coming up.
That's press. What's going on? Why there's no police presence down here? I'm asking.
And the guy you just saw walking up, he is their lawyer. Let me run this back.
He's my lawyer, actually. Just want to say that he's my lawyer.
Yes, he is.
Howard? That's my lawyer right there, baby.
Shout out.
Shout out.
What's going on? Why come there's no police presence down here? I'm asking.
And he was the only one with a gun.
Sitting in their chairs.
Again, the video's from Antonia P. Wave Taylor. Wave Media.
Blocks away. Couple of them.
Is independent black media.
Excuse me, gentlemen, how you doing? I'm Antonio Taylor with Wave FM Online, independent media. I just have a general question, okay, for you guys. With the counter protesters approaching 6%, and then you have the people who occupy the park, which is Breeway. Why come there's no police presence to separate both sides at this time? Was there no plan for that at all? Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Understood. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's a large movement of the bushes. See that the butt heads now. So see that? Look.
And they never move.
They don't care. They wanted us to kill each other that day. Unalive, sorry.
No, that's why I paused it. I wanted your reaction.
Yeah, to me, I just don't understand why. They knew what was down at that park. And we got pictures of them. They were shaking hands with them and hugging them and all that down there at the park, at the rally they were doing, which is fine. Whatever. People can do whatever they want. They can rally. But the simple fact that our city let a bunch of people from out of town, we did not burn our city down. We did not riot our city. We didn't do any of that shit. And one night that it happened, we chased those people out of town. Not the police, not other people, not no freedom fighters. Breeway did that shit. Because that's not what we wanted.
So, I mean, could you...
Go ahead.
I said, that's not what we wanted. We didn't want that in our city. We just wanted them to stop shooting and killing and raping people.
Call somebody and tell them that they made... Watching. I mean, we need police presence, though. I'm just afraid that's going to happen. That's why I kind of moved out. It's over 1,000 Breeway, under 100 people. So, we do have officers that you guys can't see out. Okay. Okay, thank you. I'm just concerned. I'm in media, and I'm just concerned because I've never seen this before. I normally see the barriers up and them, make sure they control where there's no control. As you can see, it's just, I'm a Wave FM Online. Yes. I understand. That's what Dave told me. Yeah. Okay. I was just concerned. Thank you. Thank you so much. You too. Stay safe. Thank you. Okay, so there you have it. So I'm going to approach and as you see, the militia, they I wanted to get this, but I felt it was more police, so I wanted to get as they came in, but they forced their way in. They forced their way in because we didn't have, the movement didn't have the numbers.
But it quickly had the numbers. And
forced their way in.
They did force their way in, but
Yeah. go ahead, Summer. Talk about how you all came from the outskirts down to
So,
Sixth and Jefferson as fast as possible.
So people have to understand when you're talking about protesting and you're talking about being boots on the ground, you have to have a plan for everything and anything. We knew that they were coming there that morning, and so we had people staged. And because we couldn't rely on the police, and I was a part of security as well, and I have a whole security team, and because of what I do with the human trafficking stuff and everything, I had all my people on deck. Plus, we had tons of other people. You know what I mean? And so we had people staged all throughout the city so we could try to stop. They did not put barricades. They had put a couple dump trucks up, but we had people like literally like arm in arm trying to stop these people from getting to the Breeway, because like that, you know what I mean? Like there wasn't nobody up there. Why were you all going up there? And they just busted. There were so many people. There were well over a couple thousand people that did this.
All of the manpower, so to speak, was all out at the Derby, all out at Churchill Downs. They weren't downtown.
Well, if I can be all the way honest, the reason why I believe that Angry Viking came is because, okay, so we had there was a not messing around, not fooling around, whatever, but that's not the right word. Yeah. A black militia that was there. They had came into town. They had been beefing online or whatever for a minute, right? And so I felt like, you know what I mean, Angry Viking and his crew was like, oh, well, we're going to come here and then we're going to meet them. And you know what I mean? But like, they weren't even down there. Like, and just FYI, it wasn't them that saved us either. It was us. No. It was the regular citizens of Louisville, because in the midst of all this, and he'll play this video a little bit further and you'll see, but you'll start seeing all these people there and you'll start seeing protesters, and we keep screaming to them. They're like, y'all burning stuff down, y'all doing this, and we're screaming at them. Just look around you. There is nothing burnt. There's nothing broken. There is no, like, what are you? They're like, we're freedom fighters. And this is all they kept screaming. And that's why I don't understand that. And I'm sincerely, like, people can make fun of me because I'm emotional and shit, but like, y'all have no idea what we went through. I lost 7 of my friends because of this kind of stuff. And you know what I mean? It shouldn't have took us to sit here and have to get boots on the ground and make our city understand. And the results of that, those judges that signed those warrants to go in Breonna's house, that judge is no longer sitting on that force. 4 of those officers that were there at the raid that night are facing life in prison. And it wasn't given it to us. We fought 874 days for that to even think about happening. And there's all kinds of Breonna's law got put in place. We don't do no knock warrants unless it's a kidnapping, a human trafficking type of situation. Like, a lot of things came out of that. So when people are like, well, what do you all have to show for what you did? We have a lot to show for what we did, because now our city knows we're not joking around, and we will continue to show up if this happens again.
You'll see later on, if you go and watch this video, they quickly outnumber the militia. Remember, the police are aware. They choose not to divide these two groups. Okay?
Share this feed. Share this feed. Where is the NFAC at?
Man, where were they?
Call LeBron.
That's a question that is going to be asked.
This is nothing to say.
Poorly planned. Poorly planned from the side of the movement.
Screaming USA, like we're not United States citizens as well.
There should have been a show of force, 6 and Jefferson, no matter what, to hold this space down.
Those of you that watch the program all the time know my friend Chris was on, and he said, what if go together to make sure their officers don't get hurt? He's done this stuff before. He knew what he was talking about.
Hey, don't do nothing stupid. Don't do nothing stupid. Hey, don't do nothing stupid. Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing stupid. Don't, come on. They outnumber us. Can't you see they outnumber us? Can't you see they outnumber us? Hey, bro. Hey, don't do nothing stupid, bro. Don't do nothing stupid, please. Don't do nothing say. See, there should be police out here.
It's kind of hard to see, but I'm going to back it up just a second because the guy right here with the megaphone, you might recognize him as the QAnon shaman. Right here with the shield and the headgear.
This is not the way to do it. Lavelle! Have you gotten the phone and told them to get some police down here? The police presence? I'll talk to them on the other block. They said they were traffic. They need to have police presence down here. Because these little young dudes, they're not going to listen. They're not going to listen, bro. They're not going to listen. Man, I've been a family, dog. Miss you too, bro. I'm sorry.
And here we're going to see the Angry Viking. Talk. This is a good reminder that you can't hear when everyone's...
She's good. She's good. She's good. She's good. She's good. You good, baby. You good.
I don't know who's on work. I can't see nobody right now.
Baby, I'm the best. You good. Baby, we good, alright? I promise you, we good. I'm here for you, alright? I'm here to support you. I'm here to support you, baby. Ask Chicago.
Because this is what they want.
Just something to think about. Summer, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. This whole thing ended up peacefully, thankfully, because the angry Viking wasn't there because he was against Breonna Taylor. He was there because he was against Grandmaster Jay,
That's right.
who wasn't in the square.
Right. And that's why. Go ahead. That's what we didn't understand.
How easily could this have gone bad with one person deciding to fire their weapon?
If one person, because Kentucky is a very friendly weapon state. Like, there is basically no gun rules here. You know what I mean? Everybody can carry. You don't have to have a license. You can open. You can conceal. All of that. And you know what kills me? And one thing could have gone wrong, and all of us. And you know what? The system would have been happy with that. And that's why I just don't understand. Like, you know, somebody in the chat's saying like, who they were there. Okay, like, I would love to talk to that person, because I would love to understand why. Why did you all come to the city? Why did you all not stand with us? If you're freedom fighters and you're there for people, this city, the police history in this city is unreal. Yes, Breonna Taylor. Yes, children have been raped. Yes, women have been raped. Plenty of people have been murdered. So, like, if we're the people and we're all fighting for the government not to have an overreach and all this different things. Like, I remember when all the convoy and everything started, I was like, I support that. My husband's a truck driver. I didn't really know what they were doing, but I was like, hey, these people are standing up and fighting against the system. I support that 100%. What I never understood is why they don't support us. Why they look at us and they don't count us in as we the people. Because my children matter. My city, you come to my city, but you don't come to stand with us. I've got trauma that will never go away from that. From that Pacific, just that day, we thought we were going to die that day. We didn't know what to expect. All we seen was a bunch of people that, you know, whatever story they have in their head. They don't know us. They don't know. They're not from our city. They don't live there. Majority of them don't. They all came in from other states. And so the person, Kiefer or whatever his name is, I'm going to be on my show in a little bit. I invite you to come over and talk to me.
I'd love to watch that. I'd love to see that. Yeah. Why?
I want to know why.
Yeah. Why what made you go to Louisville?
Why does a parking lot mean more than us? Why? Why is it people ever since I came into this community, people are going to sit here and say, pick a side. What side am I supposed to pick when ain't nobody show up for us?
Amen.
So don't tell me to pick a side. Don't sit here and try to pull me in 500 different ways. That's not right. Because at the end of the day, I don't see lots of these people came to our city. Why? Why does a building matter more than us? Don't call yourself freedom fighters, because when I fight for freedom, I fight for everybody's freedom. Even the people that showed up there that day and gave me trauma that will never go away. I fight for everybody's freedom, so I don't understand, why aren't we important enough for you to care about us too? Why aren't my children important enough for you to care and fight for us too? So don't tell me to pick a fucking side.
There aren't any sides.
No, but I'm just saying, ever since I found everybody, and I've met so many amazing people in this community, and people want to pull me and tell me not to talk to this person, not to talk to that person. Fuck all of you all. Where were you when I needed you? Where were you when my kids needed you? That's not fair. It's not fair that it's freedom. It's okay to sit here and go bust in a fucking Capitol. Something that represents all of our fucking government. But you're going to judge me and you're going to judge my friends because we don't want cops killing and raping people. The fuck out of here. Don't tell me to pick a side. And you know what? I love the people that I met, and I hope after tonight people still support me. But you damn right I'm going to sit here and say how I feel. Because even these last couple of weeks, I'm being pulled in 1,500 different ways to people that wouldn't stand next to me in a heartbeat. Now, maybe some of them would. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't sit here and we didn't go and Like, you know what? Even when people were bitching about vaccines and shit, I agree with them. No one should be forced to do anything. Nothing. But it's not right and it's not fair. Don't say we the people and you think you can leave half the fucking country out. This is bullshit. My life got turned upside down. I don't give a shit who you think. I don't care. You know what? You know how many drug dealers I fucking dated? That don't mean I deserve to die. How many women have dated abusive guys and all kinds of crazy shit? And I'm sorry, but some of you all fixing your fingers to type some bullshit couldn't hold a fucking weight to some people. These are people's lives. We were affected by this. It's bullshit, dude. It's crazy to me. How can people say they fight for freedom? They don't. Then fight for all of our freedom. Just like I fight for the freedom of people not having to wear a mask. And even though I'm vaccinated, even though I wear a mask, I don't think anybody should be forced to do that. I don't think government should have overreach on anything.
I don't either.
And until we come together and we understand that ain't one group better than the other, none of us are doing it right. Everybody wants to pick shit apart and stick each other in fucking groups. Fuck that. Get over your egos and get with the fucking plan, because if we don't, our children are going to be left with shit. We did this. We kept our head in the sand. We allowed the government to have the power of the overreach. And if we don't take our control back, that's what they're scared of, because they thought we, the people, meant everybody. And the government got scared. But like, seriously, y'all, this has got to stop. All this divisive, all this bullshit has got to stop. You may not like everything I say, but at the end of the day, if you need me for anything, if your child goes missing, your kid gets trafficked, anything like that, you may not like every opinion I have. I don't care. I fought hard. I've been auctioned off to the highest bidder. I am a trafficking survivor. I fought and literally almost died just to have the life I have right now. So ain't nobody gonna tell me what I can and can't say, who I can and talk to and who I can't for, and whose rights I can't fight for, because I fight for everybody's.
Amen.
It just hurts my feelings, because the government this is what they want. They want all of us to be upset. They want all of us to fight after each other. And you know what? Our silly little fucking egos, they're so sensitive. We allow it. I've watched for weeks people argue and fight over shit. And yes, I understand, because we also had our drama. Yeah. Our protests and the shit that we went through, we had our drama that bleeded all over the internet. But at some point, you guys, we have to come together and figure out how we can do this together. I take care of veterans every day that would sit there and cry. Because they can't believe this is the state of our country. We have to get over this, because if we don't, only people are losing is our babies. We are all going to be gone soon.
You know, the video we just saw, we saw two groups, nose to nose, both of them heavily armed, and it ended peacefully. The next time something like that happens, it's not going to end peacefully.
No, it's not.
Because those people aren't going to talk to each other. They're just going to start shooting at each other. And people don't understand that that's one of the main reasons I talk about all the stuff I do, is to try to avoid that. Because we saw how close it came. We saw how close it came, those that followed Louisville. And I was getting 25 to 3,000 views a night. People were following it. Darling, you get out of here, because you're going to start a show soon.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, love you.
Oh, please, Lovey. Please do me a favor.
I'm sorry.
I don't care if you like the things that I say. I don't, we all got work to do. We all got work to do. But somehow, you guys, we got to come together, because the government is setting us up to kill each other. Just think about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Summer's going to be on here in a few minutes. Go to her channel. I don't know if Telescope's going to be on live later. Sparky, I don't know who. Mutt, I'm not sure who all's going to be on live later, but Um, but do check them out. We will, as always, we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep talking about the things that need to be talked about that don't get talked about enough. That's all I've been doing for probably the past 5 years. And we've got more work to do, just like Summer said. Jazzy the Cat, thank you for being here. Katrina, thank you for being here. Tomorrow night, GA from CA and Cunning Stunt will join us, and we got a lot of. We'll talk about some more things tomorrow night. Very emotional part 2 here as well. If you just joined us, go back and watch part 1 if you would. L. Smith, I do too. The potential for violence at any time is sometimes overwhelming. Good night, BTM Sparky. You sleep well. Hello to Lori K. Kerfuffle's in here. Kerfuffle, I've got to talk to CKM because I would love to have you on here. And stop the awards that keeps the separation going. Chilled. The awards were a look back. It's not about. I'm not responsible for anything going or stopping. I just report on it. I don't have any control over any of it. And as long as the people keep doing things, I'm going to keep reporting on it because it's not officially over. But no, I'm not about. And also, Chilled, the awards that we did were about equality. Everybody was nominated the same in each category, and it doesn't matter. It wasn't about dividing people. It was about getting people to look back and maybe see some things that they'd have done differently, or get a laugh out of it. CKM Music, I speak for Kerfuffle. Okay, well, if Kerfuffle can't come on, would you come on, CKM, at some point in the near future? Knuckles! Good to see you, Knuckles. Kerfuffle. Yeah, this was a different show tonight. It was very different tonight. Knuckles, good to see you, man. Yeah, the awards were supposed to be fun, Lori K. And actually, we're going to do something else coming up here, possibly. You've heard of March Madness. Well, we might be doing some brackets to let people have some input on some things. Watching these storms come through tonight. Yeah, Sissy, be safe down there. You and Sparky and anybody else down south. Hope everything's well with you too, Knuckles. Susan Knox. And again, Hot Mess Summer's going to be coming on. I'll come on. She will be in my basement. She got a loud voice. Cool. All right. We'll make that happen. We'll make that happen, CKM. All right. I love y'all. I'm going to be back tomorrow night at 10 p.m. As always, we'll do this again. And we will have Cunning Stunt and GA from CA on with us. And we'll see what else happens. Hello, Subsonic. Again, thank you all for watching. Greatly appreciate it. And I love those of you in the chat. Those of you that are watching and don't get in the chat. Those of you watching on demand at a later date, thank you all. Those restreaming, watching on Restream, well, hop over here sometime and say hi. Delta, DEFCON, All Honor 2023. Thank you, Mater. Love y'all. We'll see you tomorrow night. Love, remember, love wins. Amen. Go to Summer's channel. Makala, send me an email. I'm not sure what you're talking about the nonsense. I I was pretty focused on the show, and I don't think there was any nonsense in the show. We were pretty serious about everything we were talking about, I think. But please send me an email so I know. Yeah, there's Sissy just dropped Summer's link. Go ahead and click on that, and we will see you tomorrow night at 10 p.m. And you might see me over in Summer's stream later. Since my phone doesn't work, I'm kind of limited in my communication. All honor to you. The chat was terrible. Okay, all right. It was the chat. Okay, all right. Okay. We'll have to do, maybe tomorrow night we'll do, like subscribers only chat or slow mode or something. We don't want terrible chats. The chats are such an integral part of the experience, and we want it to be a good part. How integral? The chats are so important that chatters, we're going to do what we're going to do as far as March Madness. Instead of March Madness, it's going to be Convite Madness. We're going to have eight brackets of 8 in each bracket, 64. We'll get it down to the winner of each bracket makes our final 8. Then we have our final 4. Then we have our championship. And everybody's going to get a vote for who is in each bracket. Like we're going to have Convoy, non-1776 truckers. This is the lore. This will be like the Sasnaks, the Brian Brosnys, all those people. The top 8 will go into that bracket. The top 8 trolls will go in the troll bracket. The top 8 live streamers. The top 8 chatters. That's how important the boards are. That's how important the chat boards are. That's how important all of you chatters are. So you'll be able to nominate, and eventually once we get the top 8 in each category, we will have a blind draw and put them in brackets, and then you'll vote, and they'll just keep going head to head until we get a winner, just like March Madness. And it'll just be another way to look back. Okay. Is Heather Thompson in here again? Stop doxing, really. Everybody, stop doxing. It's just, you know who I am. I say who I am. People know where I'm at. I'm a public figure. I've been labeled a public figure since 2004. So, but it's not cool for people that don't want, especially people with kids and families and stuff, it's the world we live in. Okay, it's not cool. We're not going to stop it. All right, we're not. We have to consider how involved do we want to get with things, because anytime you get involved with something, there's consequences. Just like I got involved with Louisville, just like I got involved with NFAC, just like I'm involved with my friend Delta DEFCON, my friend Knuckles. I got friends from way back from this show that wouldn't agree with each other on much of anything, except that they all want to just be free and be left alone. And sometimes with all the things that divide us from the melanation or non-melanation of our skins, from the education or non-education of our lives, from the amount of wealth we might have been left to the poverty we might have been born in. So many things that divide. But in the end, it's actually, we are all humans, and we all want pretty much the same thing. Just be able to live and pursuit of happiness. and have that liberty that's promised us. And maybe we're all on the same side. Maybe there aren't any sides, just like I said to Summer. Something to think about. I love y'all. It's a dark world. Try to be a light. See you tomorrow night at 10.